what improvements do you think need to be made in late game situations to get you guys over this hump?
Yeah, just being able to execute offensively and defensively. I think we could have did a better job being able to know the plays and run the plays as Coach told us to run.
And then when it comes to, Caitlin and Aaliyah, how tight do rotations have to be defensively to really defend that well?
Just being able to make sure you're up to touch as a post, and then being able to help the guard as much as you can.
Yeah, can you kind of, on the flagrant, did you feel like that?
The basketball play.
Yeah, did you feel like that was the appropriate call or?
It's a basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight, so can't.
But it did look in it, like you were going for the ball.
I mean, I'm always going for the ball, but y'all gonna play that clip 20 times before Monday, so.
Well, we don't work in TV, so I'm not gonna play it anywhere. But
I mean, this clip gonna get out somewhere. I know.
On my side, you're correct. Yes.
Yeah, you.
When it comes to this losing streak, how do you guys have to respond as far as coming together in these moments?
Yeah, I mean, pressure breaks pipes. I mean, either we're gonna sink down and just continue to keep losing, or we're gonna do what it takes and figure out what to do to get better. I think we just gotta get back to the drawing board and figure things out.
I want to get your assessment from the first half to the second half. The first half, you and Camelo were cooking in the first half. But what happened in that second half?
I mean, for inside, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times, and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle, but just being able to play hard as best as we can. I'm still proud of Camilla going on, still getting a double-double. And that's something y'all not going to be able to stop regardless of the referees. Like, we're here for a while. We're not going to be denied. It's no matter what you guys can try to do. But our goal is to win, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win and continue to do that.
There's been a lot of talk about the star power on both of these young teams. And as we saw, it was, a one-possession game into the final couple minutes. What do you think? How does that add to kind of the excitement between these two teams and the excitement of playing in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, I guess another basketball game. I guess a lot of hype around the game, of course, but we're kind of honestly just here to play ball.
Any more for Angel?
Yeah, one more. Angel, so obviously you talk a lot about the fact that you haven't lost a lot of games in your career. What do you do to kind of get your mind right just in a tough stretch like this?
I mean, yeah, it's tough. I'm not used to losing like this, but either I'm going to be mad and sad about it, or I'm going to get up and figure out what I can do better and look myself in the mirror and figure out what can I do better before
Thank you, guys.
before the next game to help the team.
Any more for Angel? Thank you, Angel.
You can't get that way. Come this way.
We'll go with questions for Marina. Whoever wants to start. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just the same question for Angel for you, Marina. We saw the difference, kind of the change in the starting rotation made, but what improvements do you think need to be made in late game situations to kind of push you guys over the edge?
Just like the little details. Obviously, we're a super new team, and it's not an excuse, but there's some growing pains and just executing down the stretch, like what coach draws up and stuff individually so that we as a team can succeed. Like, it's important. So just like kind of locking in and not being worried about whatever, I don't know, anything that's going on in the game. There's a lot of things that can distract you. Mm-hmm. So just like being able to lock in on the board and go board to court would be, if I could pick one thing, would be important.
What do you think's happening in those situations where the play is breaking down and you guys are kind of getting away from the play that's going up?
I mean, number one, maybe just like literally forgetting what you're supposed to do, possibly. And then also, the game moves faster than you think it does when you're on the board watching. Then all of a sudden, maybe someone face guards, so she curls a little bit differently, and now you're confused, possibly. Like stuff like that where, I think you have to actually understand exactly what the play is trying to do, and I think that would help, execute better if you kind of know the end result. So.
And then just what were your thoughts on the difference in starting rotation?
I mean, I don't know if this was like starters or non-starters type of thing, but like I thought that we took care of the ball well today. So I thought that was a good, like a bright spot. And then we had 12 offensive rebounds, although we had 7 in the first half, I think. So, like, in the second half, not as well. But kind of, I thought that Camilla and Angel did a good job, like, attacking the rebounds offensively. But then on the flip side, I think that we could have helped them a little bit inside more. Boston was getting deep steals, and Alyssa was getting to play her one-on-one from the free throw line. So maybe if we could have helped them, like, been better teammates defensively.
Any more from Marina?
Yeah, there were a lot of people excited about this game, excited about the series rivalry between these two teams, and basically a one possession game for most of the game. Does it feel like there's more intensity against that opponent?
I don't feel it. I mean, I'm not really in that stuff. I feel like that's like the new fans and stuff. So I don't remember Chicago and Indiana ever being a rival. Sorry, just don't see it like that. But yeah, there's 12 teams in this league, so I feel like we want to beat them all. And yeah, I don't really know what happens though.
So, Maria, I wanted to ask you, you were operating a lot out of the post tonight. Just how did you feel out there with the ball and just the way the team getting the ball to you?
My teammates did a really good job finding me today, for sure. But also, I feel like I could have converted better for them a little bit more. But that's a bright spot for tonight for sure. But we didn't get the win, so I'm really happy about it.
Any more from Marina? Thank you.
Good job, Marina. Thanks. See you, babe.
Start with questions for Coach.
What did you like about the difference between tonight's starting rotation? Or what did you like about tonight's
Just like Marina said, we protected the ball, did a good job of valuing possessions, and that's a bright spot for us. And of course, we had a decent start, that kept us in the game down the stretch.
And then in those late game situations where we've kind of talked to you guys about make plays, break it down, what do you see happening from your team? Like, what do you think is contributing to those moments?
Yeah, we have to walk out on the floor and know what's on the board. And you have to walk out and execute what's on the board. So that's an issue that we have to take care of, and we'll do a little bit more of it to make sure that we are capable of executing down the stretch.
And then as far as Dana goes, it seems like she's just so great in spot-up shooting situations. What do you like about her being off the ball a little bit more? Do you think that's a space where she can excel?
Yes, that's exactly right. She can excel off the ball. She's a scorer. She can score the ball, whether it's inside, outside. And I think tonight she did a heck of a job of making the adjustment and scoring the ball when she saw the opportunity. She took full advantage of it.
Different levels from Angel and Camilla. I know despite everything else that's going on, how encouraged are you by the way that they're able to kind of impose their will and control?
Yeah, they play so hard down there, and sometimes the whistle just doesn't go your way. And they play hard. That's the most important thing. Is they play hard, and they know how important that is for us to establish that identity. And tonight I thought they played their butts off down there. They're very physical down there. Wish could have got some calls here and there.
Any more for Coach?
Coach, it seems like this team is one of the most fiery and competitive in this league. You have some people who really play with chips on their shoulders, and they say so. How do you go about supporting and encouraging that as a coach?
That's their energy. That's their fire. That's the way they play. That's the way I coach. That's the way I am. And keep the energy, keep the fire. You never lose that. No matter what the situation is, you still got to go back and you got to go find it. And this team will find it. I have no doubt in my mind this team will find it.
Do you think that energy is something to build off despite these recent losses?
Absolutely. You build off a lot of things that you've done really good. There's a lot of things that we do well. We have to build off that. Like I always say, it's a 40-minute game. It's a 40-minute game, and all details matter. Every piece of detail in this game matter, whether it's being in the right place defensively to be able to help your teammates. It takes 5 people to guard the basketball. It takes all 5 of you to guard the basketball. So being in the right place defensively, and then offensively, executing plays down the stretch is so important for us.
We'll go to Annie.
And then when it comes to those defensive rotations, how tight do they have to be against a team like this, specifically when you're talking about Caitlin and Aaliyah?
Got to be tight on everybody. Every team is aggressive to the rim. Every team uses their pick and roll situations really well, hitting bigs on the pickpocket pass, and the bigs are now getting to the rim. So it's important of where we are defensively every single time, not sometimes. If the ball moves, you move. Be in great position in relationship to the ball.
Like, Coach, I want to get your general assessment on the pace offensively today. Of the game.
Of us,
Yes.
we did okay. Did okay. We can be better. There's many areas of the game that we can be better, and we will. We most certainly will. We most certainly will. And the pace is what we always talk about. Pace is important to us, of pushing in transition. So that we get some easy baskets. If not, pace in your offensive sets is key as well.
Any more for Coach?
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Happy
you.
Father's Day to anybody back there.